celebration. I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the incomparable Travis Kelce. Always need eyes on him. 4th most catches in the NFL. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos under the lights on Monday night.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off. And opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
And partner, you know my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. And if there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in, it's how well their defense have done at controlling games and putting them in a position to win. Something else they're proud of, though, how high they rank in the league. And they're trying to use this game to move up in those rankings and become the top defense in the league.
And off we go from Denver. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out at Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And Lance again going to keep it.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And all the way home for the Broncos score.
His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing, do I hit the back, do I hit the quarterback, who do I take? Do I take on the blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This defense for the Broncos, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
He's got him in, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high. That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They've got to step off the gas here.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try to apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
14 yards that time for number 14.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The Broncos at 11-4 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing on second down, Lance. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when we talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
second down and 7. Now play fake. Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes under pressure, and they got to him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it down the right sideline. Alabama says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now it's Peterson. Good blocking there and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Lance now to throw.
Open man, and again it's Sutton.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. His second touchdown in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive to the touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. KC's offense ready to take over.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right,
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
To throw, it's Lance. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with third and long. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Lance on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Lance going to hold on to it, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on second and 14. Lance. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain an 11-point spread.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Austin Eckler, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. and they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Okay, Coach. Greetings to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
And the Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter play. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Lance. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Lance going to keep it on the option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's the option. Running right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
The kick by McManus is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they'll begin by running the option. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
And Lance going to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, they can say with a shoulder, you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Trey Lance
keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Broncos stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Mahomes now on first down. Locates Hardman for another catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdes-Scantling.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Go, baby.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. So there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now Lance. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Lance. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
First down, Kansas City.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Mahomes. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He completes this to Sutton. Uses the stiff arm. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Lance on the keeper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Trey Lance keeping it himself for the yard out. And the Broncos have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Mahomes now on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
One final try for Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again.
And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday.